If you haven't heard, recently a few YouTubers spoke out against Singapore's Amazon FBA guru Benjamin Tan regarding the questionable marketing methods he used in his advertisements. Benjamin Tan and Leap Vista then proceeded to send cease-and-desist letters to both YouTubers to get them to remove their content or face legal action. At the time of recording this, Din Yap has since made his videos unlisted, while Rishi has proceeded to challenge the legal case.
And the reason why these videos are actually unlisted and not online is because of certain personal reasons which I cannot reveal right now, if you know what I mean.
Hi guys, my name is Rishi and I'm being sued by Leap Vista and I need your help. You may already be pretty familiar with who Leap Vista is because they are probably all across your social media platforms, especially on YouTube and Facebook. In recent times, there's been tons of these gurus, financial freedom, retire early kind of advertisements going all across our social media platforms, right? So I decided to make a video and open up a discussion towards it. I made a video called Exposing Singapore Marketing Gurus, which caught the attention of many Singaporeans and Malaysians as well. But more importantly, people came forward to share their own personal experiences after spending thousands and thousands of dollars on such paid courses.
So who is Benjamin Tan? You may have come across his advertisements on YouTube before advertising Amazon FBA courses where they teach you how to set up an FBA store, make money online, and eventually funnel you down to a free webinar and paid courses. So Amazon FBA is basically a business model where you source products usually from China, bring them over to the US, and sell them to locals for a profit. So why do most people hate seeing these ads online? And why do most people leave hateful comments on their posts? The main point of contention for most of us, I think, is that these ads usually lay out unrealistic claims of wealth. And when people get sucked in, they pay thousands of dollars for the courses, and when they do not achieve the results that were advertised to them, they usually call them out as a scam. I mean, if people call you out saying your courses are too expensive, it's not worth it, then shouldn't you accept the feedback and take a look at what you can improve on instead of silencing criticism? Running these many ads on YouTube is telling me that you're trying to sell a course, which isn't wrong at all. The problem arises when your marketing makes it seem that anyone can be rich and wealthy as long as they join your course. This is where everyone else on YouTube, like Rishi and Din Yap, start criticizing you. Your videos even use the usual urgency and scarcity tactics. For example, oh, we're limiting the number of seats in our online webinar soon. Just think about that. An online webinar where they limit the amount of seats. Also, one thing that I feel everyone must know when they look at these kinds of ads is that usually the numbers they show on their screens are not profit, and revenue is not an indicator of how proficient someone is at business. For example, let's say I made, take note of the word made, they always use this word in their advertising. Let's say I made $10,000 through Amazon FBA, but behind the scenes I spent $9,000 on advertising. So that means I only got $1,000 of profit. So when they say they made $10,000, they made $1 million, you still don't know how much they actually profited from that. The reality nowadays is that many marketers online neglect to tell you how hard, how difficult it is to start and run a successful Amazon FBA store. What they don't tell you is how many things can go wrong before even achieving that level of success. For example, what if you source your products, send them to the Amazon FBA warehouse, and then you can't sell? What if you can't get your products listing on the first page? Do you have enough capital to keep running advertisements? Are you able to bear the risk of getting zero sales? Now what, you're just gonna leave all your products in the Amazon warehouse to rot? Even if you do manage to sell, there will always be new competitors entering the market, which will eventually decrease your sales, forcing you to find a new winning product. So the whole process turns full circle, and then now you have to find new products, bring them in and sell them on Amazon again. Every single step of this process involves a certain amount of risk, which is what most marketing material does not tell you. They only tell you that, oh, if you start an Amazon store, you sell to people for profit, and then you make money, you escape poverty, that kind of stuff. Many people then unknowingly sign up for these courses and are suddenly hit with the reality of facing so many problems at once. And when they do not achieve their expected results, or be financially free, they start calling these courses a scam. I want to point to one video made by CoffeeZilla in which he made a very interesting analysis regarding the reality of doing business on Amazon FBA, and discovered that even with a conservative profit margin of 15%, only 8% of Amazon sellers are able to make a salary equivalent to that of a McDonald's employee. Just think about that. What's even more shocking is that only 4% made money equivalent to that of a Costco cashier and only 2 to 3% to that of a plumber's salary. 92% of all Amazon FBA sellers can't even make a salary equivalent to that of someone working in McDonald's. So now you know how tough running a successful Amazon FBA store is. This is where the notion of selling courses comes in. There is one phrase I want everyone here to remember, is that when there's a gold rush, the ones making the most money out of it are the ones selling the shovels. Don't get me wrong, selling courses isn't wrong. What's wrong is that they usually use unethical claims and marketing tactics to get people to just sign up and pay for their courses. Unfortunately, most ads online are targeted to a specific demographic of people who are broke, are a low point in life, and are just desperate to make more money. These ads make their courses seem like a magic pill which can cure or uplift anyone's financial status. And it's usually vulnerable people who get caught. Even more now so during COVID-19, which is why you see even more ads on YouTube right now. To someone who has no job and just wants to make money, these type of ads just sound good to them. Not too good to be true, just good, which is why they sign up for these courses. These allow courses to be sold at exorbitantly high prices. It's the same thing as telling someone with cancer that you have a magic pill to cure cancer. You definitely can charge them any amount for it, right? Many gurus take advantage of selling overpriced courses to make it their main stream of income. Why? Because it's so much easier than running an actual business. The demand for your courses are crazily skewed to one side because of the unrealistic claims of wealth you make in your marketing. Of course, people are willing to pay any amount if you say you can make them rich, right? The issue here is that there is no transparency and there is no disqualification process when you advertise them. People need to know that most people fail. They need to know how much money they actually can make within a certain period of time, given the amount of capital they invest. And they just need to know that they need to put in a lot of hard work. They need to have the grit and determination to just push every single day in order to succeed. This is not advertised in any of the marketing courses I've seen so far online. Yes, if you do that, less people will buy your course, but at least you're being honest, you're being truthful, and people won't call you out as a scam. And marketers will be forced to reduce the prices of their courses, which I feel that will definitely need to happen because right now courses are still overpriced when they only claim to teach you the basics of doing business. It's not really worth it to pay thousands of dollars for a course which content you can find easily on YouTube. I mean, most courses say they teach you the basics of how to set up a store and everything. Why not just look for it online yourself instead of paying thousands of dollars? If you can't even have the discipline and resourcefulness to look for information readily available online, what makes you think that you have the discipline and resourcefulness to run a successful business? I just feel that people need to understand what goes on when they look at these kinds of ads and that it's not so easy. If you have $1,000 to spend, don't spend it on a course, spend it on more important things. Like let's say if you want to do a business, spend it on the product costs, spend it on marketing. Don't spend it on information which you can find online. In my opinion, it's not really much of an information gap, it's much more of an effort gap. This is what most people fail to realize. The only way of maximizing your chances of success is through repetition and failing. This is why we keep doing math problems in school every single day when we were young. You can't just read a book on basketball and think that you can be good at basketball. You need to go into the court and just keep playing and grinding every single day. You just have to get your hands dirty and put in hours and hours of practice and just keep failing. That's how we learn. A course is not going to make you successful in a few months. Going back to Benjamin Tan and his course, I feel that the price and the expectations given to the audience are not aligned at all. This is why you see so many hateful comments and people complaining about the quality and the price of their courses online. My advice is to either reduce the price of your course or just be fully transparent with your audience and let them decide what your course is worth. As of the posting of this video, Rishi has just released an update detailing the case between him and Benjamin Tan and Leap Vista. I'll link everything in the description below. I strongly urge you to watch that video if you haven't. What you learn is that you'll see how videos pointing out dishonesties and unethical practices can be easily silenced by people who cannot take criticism. The way I see it, if you can't counter anyone's criticism with constructive rebuttals, and you try to silence them, then you're hiding something.